Hello everyone, my name is Payal Fulsagar, third year CSC student. So today we will see database constraints and their types. So first we will see what is meant by constraint. So constraint is nothing but it enforces the limits to the data or type of data that can be inserted, updated or deleted from a table. The whole purpose of constraints is to maintain the data integrity during an update or delete or insert into a table. So there are some types of constraints. First one is nothing but the not null constraint. Second is unique constraint. Third one is default constraint. Fourth one is check constraint. And fifth one is key constraints, which also contains a primary key and also foreign key. So the first one we will see is a not null constraint, right? So what is mean by the not null constraint? So it ensures a column cannot have null values. So it is used when a field must always contain data. For example, a student's name which cannot be empty. So this constraint means make sure that a column does not hold null values. When we don't provide values for a particular column while inserting a record into a table, it takes null value by default. But by specifying null constraints, we can be sure that a particular columns cannot have null values. Next we will see unique constraint. So unique constraint ensures all values in a column are different, used to avoid duplicate entries. For example, email IDs of users must be unique. So in case of unique constraints, it enforces a column or set of columns to have unique values. If a column have unique constraint, it means that particular column can't have duplicate values on a table. In further, we will see a default constraint. So default constraints assign a default value to a column when no value is provided. It means it helps to avoid inserting null values unintentionally. So its example can be default country is equal to India, isn't it? So when it comes to the default constraint, it provides a default value to a column when there is no value provided while inserting a record into a table. Its example can be create table student in bracket exam fee, which is having integer default and its value will be 10.00 something. Let's move further to the check constraints. So check constraint, it ensures a values in a column satisfy a specific condition, and it also used to maintain a valid data. And it can be exampled by age must be greater than 18. So in case of these constraints, it is used for specifying range of values for a particular column of table. When this constraint is being set on a column, it ensures that the specified column must have the value falling in a specified range. Another exam we can provide for it that when we will be creating a table for students, then it will have a roll number which is integer and which will not be null. So for that we will need to check that the roll number should be greater than 1000. So in this above example we have set the check constraint on a particular roll number column of students table. Now the roll number field must have the value greater than 1000. So this can be shown in the check constraint. In addition to this, we will see key constraints, in which first one is the primary key constraint. So a primary key is a uniquely identifiable each record in a table. So it cannot be null and must be unique. So one of the common example I can say it is student ID in a student table, which should be unique and it never be null. So in primary key, we can say that it is a uniquely identifiable record in a table, and as I have already mentioned, it must have unique values and it can't contain nulls. So in example, we can say the roll number field is marked as a primary key. That means the roll number field can't have duplicate and null values. So the next one is foreign key. So foreign key creates links between tables and it refers to the primary key of another table. So when it comes to example, we can say that Student ID in fees table is referencing to the another table which is named as student table. So in case of foreign key, the column of one table that points to the primary key of another table. So they act as a cross reference between tables. So this is all about the constraints and their types. Thank you.